Good Thursday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversation 30 News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Well, we made it over the hump, and we're in the home stretch toward the weekend. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this Thursday. We have the truth of the day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and in today's entertainment spotlight, being part of my conversation with health and wellness expert Rebecca Kordecki, talking about how you can create a tranquil experience right in your own bathroom. You don't want to miss that. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversation 30 News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Thursday headlines. In Mississippi news, 2,821 new COVID-19 cases in the Magnolia State with 7 additional deaths. The number of people receiving doses of the COVID-19 vaccine in Mississippi increased last week for the first time in 3 months as the virus surges in the state. The Mississippi State Department of Health reported 2,821 new COVID-19 cases and 7 additional deaths. The Mississippi State Department of Health said around 53,000 people received either a first or second dose of the coronavirus vaccine the week of July 25th to the 31st. The last time vaccinations rates were so high in the Magnolia State was between April 25th and May 1st, when 55,638 people were inoculated. Mississippi is ranking among the least vaccinated states. In more Mississippi news, Hinds County Sheriff Lee Vance dies at age 63. Hinds County Sheriff Lee Vance has died. The Hinds County Sheriff's Office said in a tweet on Wednesday that an ambulance was called to Vance's home in Jackson at 11:12 a.m., where he was found unresponsive. A family member had come to his home after not being able to contact him, and it was apparent that he was possibly suffering from some type of medical emergency, Captain Tyree Jones said. According to Jones, the coroner said the cause of death appears to be natural causes. Our condolences are with his family and his children and his grandchildren, Jones said. It was announced on July 23rd that the sheriff tested positive for COVID-19. Vance had not returned to the office since testing positive, according to county officials. It was not immediately known if there was a connection. In national news, majority of New York Assembly would oust Cuomo if he doesn't quit. A majority of state assembly members support beginning impeachment proceedings against Governor Andrew Cuomo if he doesn't resign over investigative findings that he sexually harassed at least 11 women, according to the Associated Press count on Wednesday. At least 86 of the body's 150 members have said publicly or told the Associated Press that they favored initiating the process of ousting the third-term Democratic governor if he doesn't quit. It takes a simple majority to authorize an impeachment trial. Cuomo denies making any inappropriate sexual advances and insists the findings don't reflect the facts. But while political pressure is growing, so is the potential for criminal charges against Cuomo. In more national news, police breast-eyed and probe a black man's deadly arrest. Federal prosecutors are investigating whether Louisiana State Police brass obstructed justice to protect the troopers seen on long-withheld body camera video punching, dragging, and stunning motorist Ronald Green during his fatal 2019 arrest. It marks a significant expansion of the federal inquiry that began as a blow-by-blow explanation of the troopers' violence against Green and their apparent efforts to cover it up. Investigators are now moving up the chain of command, probing allegations that supervisors disregarded the video evidence, squashed a recommendation to arrest one of the troopers, and recently pressed a state prosecutor not to bring any charges, according to documents obtained by the Associated Press and a half-dozen people familiar with the case. And finally, in entertainment news, blues guitar legend Buddy Guy looks back on a special career. Blues guitar legend Buddy Guy has influenced some of the greatest rock guitarists of all time, including Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, and Gary Clark Jr., but the factors that led to his inspiration may not have happened if Guy hadn't taken a stand literally. The 84-year-old blues great becomes the subject of the latest installment of the PBS biography series American Masters. The episode Buddy Guy, The Blues Chase the Blues Away, dives into his lengthy career. Honored and humbled about being recognized, Guy says he saw his contemporaries as better guitarists, so he had to find his own style. That came from being inspired by different types of music, ranging from gospel to country, a mix he equates to a Louisiana culinary specialty. Nowadays, he's a man on a mission to keep the blues alive because he said there's just not enough places for people to hear it. The blues is not being played or heard on your big radio stations anymore, Guy said in an interview with the Associated Press. Guy says even his son was unaware of his significance as a blues player until he was old enough to go to a blues club. He said, "Dad, I didn't know you could do that." And he's been a blues player ever since, Guy said. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, take it away.
This is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. Understand how your past has influenced your life. In order to discover fresh insights about who you are, delve deeply into the very core of your soul. Look at, examine, explore, and learn how your past has influenced your life. Does your past still have something to teach you? Is it still influencing your present moment choices? When you discover information from your past you still need to learn, you empower yourself to become successful in the present moment. You rid yourself of excess baggage that is keeping you stuck. As you grow ever more thoughtful, the answers that present themselves to you will be both eye-opening and meaningful. Today, reflect on where you have been to understand where you're going as you go about to enjoy the day.
Rebecca Kordecki is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight. We're here on Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Health and wellness expert Rebecca Kordecki joined me recently on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about how you can be able to create a tranquil space right in your own bathroom. Here's a bit of our conversation.
How can our audience be able to turn their own bathroom into a spa-like oasis?
Oh, well, there's a couple of ways. I'm going to be happy to share these tips. So the very first thing that, you can do that you might not even think is simply changing out your shower head. Whatever shower head you have, I guarantee you, if you change it out to the Waterpik Power Pulse Therapeutic Strength Massage Shower Head, it's game-changing. It really is. This particular shower head has been clinically shown to soothe muscle tension, increase flexibility, promote better sleep, and a whole lot of other fun things.
Yeah, love that. Love that.
Yeah.
And you're right. That's one of the things we may not think about, Rebecca, and that is our shower head. So, I think that is one of the simple things. What about some of the ways that we can create some calming scents while we're showering as well?
Yeah, in the last 6 months, I've started using an essential oil diffuser. And all you do with that is you add a scent, whatever scent you're feeling called to. I've been using lavender a lot because it's got calming effects. So you put the lavender in there, you turn your shower on and let it get really hot and misty in your shower. And when you walk in to get into the shower, it's soothing and calming. And I actually got one that actually changes colors. So it's like a whole light show as well.
Love that. Love that. Talk to us about the importance of breath work and affirmations and how maybe our audience can incorporate that in their day too.
Yeah, I think, over the last 18 months, I think it's become clear that breath on many levels is so important. But, as simple as just taking in a deep breath, a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Like even that can change everything in a moment.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll have you guys on tomorrow to wrap up this week. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make today a great one. Take care.